Hey guys, this is Onisha Biggs, and this is another episode of the Cult of Pharmacy podcast. Today, I have Miss Sujisha. She's an awesome aspiring pharmacist, and actually has been a pharmacist before, but you want to listen up to see what happened and what took place. But she's an awesome aspiring pharmacist out of Canada. All right, I'm going to give Sujisha opportunity to introduce herself to you, but I just want to let you guys know that we're talking international pharmacy right now, okay? International pharmacy, which is super awesome. So make sure that you tune in, get out a paper and pen, take some notes, because this is going to be very, very informative. So Sujisha, go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm really excited to be here. And hi guys, I'm Sujisha, and I am a graduate from India, and recently I immigrated to Canada around like 4 years back. And now I'm preparing for the examinations here, and in between I'm managing my family and a YouTube channel.
Love it, love it, love it. So you're a mom.
Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You're an aspiring pharmacist. You've been a pharmacist before, like you've gone to school and graduated. What a packed journey. The first question I want to ask is, how do you manage it all? Like, how do you stay on top of all of that?
Actually, it's really hard to get time with my kids for studying. And I usually I study usually late night, around 1 o'clock only I will be free, and around 2 hours I will be study. So most of the days I sleep around 3 a.m. morning.
Wow.
And because it's my profession and my duty to becoming a registered pharmacist here. And we have to struggle a little to achieve the great goals.
So you're okay with struggling a little bit as long as you can achieve your goals. Now, you're wanting to be a pharmacist where at this point?
Yeah.
Where at? What location? What location are you wanting to be?
Yeah, I'm from India.
Right.
So after graduation, I worked as a pharmacist and worked as a lecturer in a pharmacy college in India.
Okay.
Yeah, I specialized in my pharmacy practice. I have masters.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, then I immigrated to Canada, and here, the PEBC examination, that is getting a license in Canada, is a long process, and it's really you have to challenge yourself in Canada to become a pharmacist here, and I'm on that process. I cleared the first level and preparing for the next step of my examinations.
Got it. So what is the process? Okay, so you are a pharmacist, you said, in India?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the process to becoming a pharmacist in India first?
There is no other once you become graduated from a pharmacy school, that is B.Pharm, you can directly register to become a pharmacist in the pharmacy council, and you can work as a pharmacist. There is no further examinations or anything in India. After graduation, you can work anywhere. Like in India, you can work anywhere as a pharmacist.
And how long did you go to school in India?
Like for B Pharmacy, 4 years, and Masters 2 years.
Wow, so 6 total years to become a pharmacist in India.
Yeah, no, it's not. The Bachelor of Pharmacy is a requirement to become a licensed pharmacist in India. So 4-year bachelor's degree is the requirement in India to become a pharmacist. It's optional. You can choose M.Pharm later, master's.
Got it. So you can get a more advanced degree in pharmacy.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, but the basics was just 4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting because in the States, it's a little more strenuous than that. It's on average about 6 years. But depending on the path you take, I'll say, because some people it's actually a little longer. But they're starting to have programs that shorten that span. They're shortening the curve now on that. So that's interesting. Just 4 years flat to become a pharmacist in India. Wow.
Yeah. Also,
say it again.
Also there is another form, curriculum introduced in India, that is PharmD. That's a 6-year course, which is focused on the pharmacy practice. Yeah, that's a 6-year degree.
Sense.
Yeah, it will
Yes.
graduate to become a doctor in pharmacy.
I gotcha. So
Yeah.
that's not the doctor in pharmacy.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to become a doctor in pharmacy?
6 years. 6 years degree plus
Okay.
5 years.
All right.
5 years plus 1 year.
So then that's
internship.
about the same.
Yeah.
It's about the same as the States then. It's about the same.
Yeah, it's same.
Okay, so you're transitioning to Canada, is that right?
Yeah.
What's that process like? And what are like the extra steps that you have to take to practice in Canada as a pharmacist?
Okay, the basic education requirement to become a pharmacist in Canada is a B.Pharm degree, that is bachelor's degree in pharmacy. And for international pharmacists, you have to do a document evaluation. That is the very first step. That is the PEBC in Canada. They recognize your university studies, which is compatible to those in Canada. So once you pass the document evaluation processes, you can write the evaluating examinations. So which is of a basic things you studied in the pharmacy school. And once you pass the evaluating examination, you are eligible to write the qualifying examination. And the qualifying examination consists of 2 things, that is MCQ and OSCE. OSCE is a practice-based examination. MCQ is again a multiple choice questions. And once you cleared those 2 steps, you can register with the provisions, because each of the professions in Canada having their different requirements to become a pharmacist in that province. So once you pass those 2 examinations, you can register with the province you wish to practice. And they will let you, I'm in Alberta in Canada, and the provincial requirements in Canada, in Alberta, to become a pharmacist, you have to do an internship around 6 months in a pharmacy. You have to pass the English examination. And finally, the last step is you have to write the jurisprudence examination. So these long process, it may take around 2 to 3 years in Canada to become a registered pharmacist if you pass in the first attempt of all the examinations. Yeah, that was a really long journey to become a pharmacist in Canada.
Wow.
That's the entire process.
Yeah, on top of what you've already done, that's pretty strenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just definitely pretty strenuous. So like, what has that process been like for you since you are a mom? I mean, I know you say you do like late night studying, but what has that process been like for you to make that big transition? And how do you stay motivated? Like, what keeps you motivated to keep pursuing?
Actually, when I came here in Canada, I don't have anybody who's a pharmacist in Canada. I don't know anybody. Then one day I went to the clinic to see my doctor, and then I meet a pharmacist here, and just speak to her that I'm a pharmacist from India and I don't have anybody who is a pharmacist here. So can you please guide me about the steps about becoming a pharmacist in Canada? And she was so kind of me, and she told me every time whenever I meet the clinic, she used to call me, hey, come here, did you pass the examination? What's your examination preparations going on? And she used to ask me all the time when I visit the clinic. And that energy, her energy really inspired me to become, okay, when I go to the clinic, I will think of myself like, okay, one day I will become a pharmacist in Canada. Yes, I used to repeat all the things in my mind every day, and it motivate me a lot. Nobody around you keep motivate you. It is you have to motivate yourself. That is my intention to study.
So would you say though that having that type of influence next to you is what pushed you as well?
Yeah.
Sounds like she was giving you a little bit of accountability as well, pushing you.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, because listen, I always promote community.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for community. Like, it takes a community, it takes a group of like-minded people to make something big happen. And so what I'm really getting from you is that it's not just a self-effort. It's you did have some influence in your life to push you or to keep you accountable, or to keep it at the top of mind, like, hey, I can do this, or I want to make this happen. So that's really, really cool. That's really inspiring. So do you still talk to that person today?
Yeah.
Nice. And
she's like a mentor to me, actually.
Wow. So you guys just met in a store?
Sorry?
Did you say you just met in a store?
Yeah, in the clinic. Yeah, clinic in pharmacy store.
Whoa. And from that point, like, she started mentoring you on this journey.
Yeah, she's running a pharmacy and she really inspired me. So then what I have done, that I just written all my goals here, and daily before going to sleep, I just look to my goals, and it also inspired me. Written your goals and just motivate yourself, because nobody is going to motivate yourself. It's your duty to stay motivated, and that is life.
Keep it at the top of mind that way. I see. You keep it stays at the top of your brain. I'm pretty sure your goals are like, if you're doing that every night, it's probably like embedded in your brain. Right? That's really cool. That's really, really cool. So, okay. So like, tell me, you're in the middle of this transition. So what was it like being an actual pharmacist though in India? Like, how was that?
Actually, compared to Canada, the pharmacists in India having less opportunities only. They have not been recognized. But normally the people may think that if you pass the pharmacy school, they think that the role of a pharmacist is to just dispense medications, just to count all the pills and dispense to the patient. That was the only thing. But when I joined the pharmacy school, I recognize it's more than anything. The pharmacists are everywhere, from the clinical research to dispensing. From the pharmacists are there. The role of pharmacists are vary from like researching a drug, from giving to a patient. So that's a long process. The pharmacist has a role in all the aspects, from a drug being discovered to dispense to the patient. And in India, many of the people may think that it's not the pharmacist's duty. And I think that in Canada, the pharmacists give a very good pay also. In India, the pharmacists won't get a good pay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So less opportunity. So is that what inspired your move to Canada?
Yeah.
The more opportunities?
Yeah, more and more opportunities. Canada. Also, we will get a very good pay in Canada compared to India.
Oh, how big of a difference? Like, what's the gap? Is it double?
Double or triple amount we will get in Canada.
Whoa, that's huge.
That's a huge
triple
difference.
Or double. That's like,
yeah.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So even for like a PharmD.
Yeah.
Whoa, amazing. So, okay, now you are in Canada at this point, correct?
Yeah.
How are you enjoying Canada?
Yeah, it's good.
So like, compared to India, like the living,
living is far better in Canada than in India. You will get a very good lifestyle. You can, when in India, the lifestyle is a very different than in India from Canada. We will get a very good lifestyle, and the opportunities for a pharmacist are very great in Canada than in India. So and the people are very nice also. They have a lot of community works going in Canada, and I love that. I love Canada.
Love it. Canada. Okay, Canada. So let me ask you this. For someone who's thinking about doing like studying abroad, would you recommend it, like based on your experience? Would you like recommend someone study abroad?
Yeah.
Okay. And I kind of figured you would say that. So give me like some pros or some positives. Why would you recommend them do that? Why?
The very first one is good pay. Because the pay we will get in Canada is far better than in India. The second one is lifestyle, and third one is very, very, very good job opportunities. And in Canada, the pharmacists are considered as a noble profession.
It's considered a what now?
Sorry?
You said it's considered what in Canada?
Yeah, in Canada, it's like a noble profession for pharmacists.
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha. It's like very
yeah,
noble. I
yeah.
see. I see. Okay, it's an honorable profession, and in India, it's not.
It's like dispensing pharmacist. Comparatively, the dispensing pharmacist in retail stores, the pharmacists won't do any patient counseling or anything. They are just dispensing the medications, and yeah, that's the only role for a pharmacist. But in Canada, the pharmacist, in Alberta, the pharmacist can prescribe the medications also once they pass the examinations and they have to got some clinical exposure. Then they can prescribe the medicines. The pharmacists have a lot of opportunities in Canada everywhere, from like patient counseling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what are some reasons? So, I heard lifestyle, I heard more money, more opportunity, of course, more job
Yeah.
opportunity would be
Yeah.
something to consider if you're thinking about studying abroad.
Yeah.
What are some things that you would say to watch out for, though? Like, what are some of the bad things or some things that would kind of maybe potentially deter one from wanting to study abroad?
Even what bad things in Canada? The cons in Canada?
Or about the transition period? Just even your
Um,
transition. Was there any negatives?
no, no negatives actually.
Okay. No, it doesn't have to be. I mean, that's your experience. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I hear all type of things. Like, for instance, we spoke to one of our guests. She said that the language barrier was something that was tough for her. She went to study in Ukraine, and she said that the language barrier was the tough part for her in that. So that would be like one of the negatives. But I mean, it sounds like your transition to Canada has just been totally awesome.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for the
Actually,
guests,
my husband was already here in Canada, and so the transition was
okay,
not yet difficult for me. It was really smooth for me because my husband was already here. After marriage, I came to Canada, so it was really smooth. So no more struggles, and it was a smooth transition from India to
love
Canada.
that.
And but
Love
the
that.
only thing was the profession, because my husband also don't know anybody who is a pharmacist in Canada. So it was my responsibility
Okay.
to, find somebody in Canada and like to start my career here.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So then it sounds like then the only barrier that you
Yeah,
experience would be like being new to a space and
yeah,
knowing people or getting connected with people who are in that
yeah,
space.
yeah,
So like
yeah. That was,
networking. All
yeah.
right. So give us like your biggest networking tip. Was it literally like you just met this pharmacist in the clinical setting and that was it? Or was there something in particular that you could say advanced the relationship because of networking?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
How would you say your relationship advanced from a networking perspective?
Okay.
How do you feel that connection just happened? Do you feel like it just
LinkedIn.
happened haphazardly or
LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great profile to connect with the
wow?
pharmacist. I communicated with almost all the pharmacists. You can simply send requests and communicate with all the pharmacists. And the LinkedIn
Yeah.
is a very good platform. Very, very good platform.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of your networking there on LinkedIn platform.
Yeah.
And I think LinkedIn is a platform that is people are sleeping on LinkedIn. Like they're not really flocking to LinkedIn as they should, I think personally, because yeah, there are a lot of high level professionals there who really want to connect and versus like an Instagram or Facebook or even YouTube,
Yeah.
so that's pretty interesting that you pointed out LinkedIn. That's not a big one that you hear a lot, even in our industry, surprisingly, but it is a very, very nice platform.
Yeah.
Personally, that's a platform that I really, really love. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's super awesome. Okay, so all right, so you have a whole family in Canada. It sounds like Canada is just an awesome place. So for our audience that's listening to this, you're hearing it right now. It sounds like Canada is pretty, pretty awesome. What else about lifestyle do you like about Canada? I'm just curious to know. Like, how is it?
Because in India, I mean, compared to India, the lifestyle is very good in Canada, because the very first one is the nobody else mind about what you are doing. Like you can do whatever you like in Canada, and nobody is gonna that is none of their business to mind what you are doing. So that was a great thing in India. So in India, I have to like that was a great thing, you know. Uh, and and the next thing is there is the community strength, the community opportunities. The community serving opportunities are very good in Canada. Like you can work as a volunteer in Canada, like in almost all the settings to serve the community, and all the communities having their own libraries, and you can go to the library and stay connected to the other professionals also. You'll get a lot of resources. There are a lot of classes conducted in the library every week, especially for the newcomers also. There is a lot of classes conducted in the library. So that's a lot of really new to me, actually. It was not there in my country. And Canada is the Canada welcoming all the immigrants in such a beautiful way, and like they support the immigrants in each and every step, from landing here to getting a job and settling here in Canada. All the communities are supporting each other. That was a great thing I liked in Canada.
That is those are all wonderful things that you pointed out, you know.
There are
the community,
many,
they support one another. The fact that there's more opportunity, the fact that people are a lot more open to basically, career-wise, you can pretty much pick whatever career you want and excel. That's what it sounds like. And you know, the resources, having a library in every community. It's funny you say that, because growing up, I always loved the library. My mom, she always put books. She always just had books in my vicinity, as much as possible. And so I'm a big advocator for reading, learning, and just having resources available, you know, because like you said, you probably wanted the resources in India, but they just weren't available where you were. But now when you come into a place that has all of these resources available, now you have the opportunity to take advantage of it. And so that's really, really awesome. I think that's really, really, really awesome that you point that out. And I think also, depending on what country you're in, like I can say America, for instance. I do feel like a lot of people my age, even a lot of the younger demographic, they take those things for granted. You know, the fact that you have a library, the library is not even packed. That's like one of the most least packed places in America, because nobody's like taking advantage of the resources and the knowledge that you can get, but it's a wealth of it. And just to hear you say that in your country, it wasn't as available to you, and that's something that you value, that speaks volumes. It really speaks volumes as to why we should not take it for granted, take YouTube for granted, or being able to hear awesome conversations like this. This is an exchange of information. And I'm even learning more about two countries right now. I'm learning about India and I'm learning about Canada. And that's pretty amazing. I was just enlightened on so many things. So thank you for sharing that. And what would you say to a person who's thinking about becoming a pharmacist, or even a woman like who has children like you do? You have a husband, you have children, you got a whole family. What would you say to them if they're thinking about taking this journey, but they're kind of like, not quite sure if I want to do that? Like, what would you, or I'm not quite sure if I can do that. What would you say to them? What would you advise them?
Stay motivated. The motive of the motive that keep me driving to do all the things is that I want to become success. There is I want to tell you, all the women out there, that stay focused on what you are doing. Write down all your goals and work for it. One day you will achieve all those goals. Write down all the goals. That's the very first thing. Work on it. And one day you will achieve all that.
Love it, love it. And that's something that you actually did yourself.
Yeah, and many women, including me, think that life is top after a baby, because we have to take care of our baby, our household works, and many of including me and my friends, think that there is no life after baby. Okay, we have to give up our studies, we have to give up our examinations and everything for just for a baby. And then I realized that after having my baby, my baby really motivates me to become a better version of me. She really motivates me because I want to become a role model for my baby. Because when I was a child, I thought that time I want to become a woman like my mom. She was my role model when I was a
Right.
young child. Same the field, I think the same field will come when my child grew up to a girl. And I thought I'll become a role model to my child at least. That was a great motive that drives me to achieve all my goals. That was the motive that inspired me to start my channel also. Women support women, and that is my dream.
Love that. Love that. Wow. Your children are a big motivator for you. That's really, really awesome. And sounds like you really love family. So that's really, really awesome. So let me ask you this, because you mentioned your channel. Tell us a little bit about the channel. Who is it for? What motivated you to start your channel?
Okay, I started my YouTube channel in last year, 2019. And when I reached Canada, I already told you I was working as a lecturer in a pharmacy school. Many of my students and my colleagues who used to ask me about what is the process to become a pharmacist in Canada, because they don't know anybody who's in Canada.
Right.
So I was the only person, they know me and they can ask me freely about what the process going on, how they can come here, what about the job opportunities. I'm getting a lot of questions from my students and my colleagues, and I thought I would shout out these things to all the peoples in India at least, who don't have any idea about what the pharmacist things going in Canada. That is the motive to start my channel. And my channel is basically about the pharmacist profession in Canada. I do videos about the PVC examination licensing processes, the reference you can study to become a pharmacist in Canada. I will do also the many students who aspire to study in Canada, and they don't have any idea what courses they will choose after pharmacy. So I will give them ideas also which courses you can choose here in Canada. So my channel is basically about pharmacy in Canada, about some lifestyle blogs, and that's about my channel. Basically, I do my channel.
Love it.
Yeah. I will do all the pharmacy
Love
videos
that.
in English. Yeah.
Got it. So you're basically like enlightening where you come from about what's happening over in Canada.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really, really cool. And I'm pretty sure they appreciate you for it too.
Thank you.
Because you're helping them learn more about what's happening over in Canada and like what they could possibly look forward to if they were to make that big leap too. So that is so awesome. That's one of the reasons that I even have my channel, my brand. We just seek out to just help people in the pharmacy community, period. So I love the whole reason that you started your channel.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that you're gonna be able to impact so many people simply because you just want to help other people. You're just sharing your journey. It's authentic, it's genuine, it's real, it's what's happening in your life, and other people can benefit from it. Whether it's a struggle or whether it's a success. Somebody can always benefit from it. So I want to say on behalf of the pharmacy community, thank you for adding to the industry. Thank you so much, Sujisha. And thank you for adding to our audience here today. Guys, you heard it from Sujisha. One big thing I took away from this was writing down your goals and revisiting those goals often. That sounds like that's a huge, huge maker into what's causing you to transition as swiftly as you are, and what has really like push you. And also, I also gathered that, it's important to network with other guys. I say this all the time. Networking is very, very key.
Yes.
There was just so many things that I learned from this interview and just from having this talk and conversation with you.
Thank you so much.
So many things, and I'm sure our audience did too. Guys, if you learned anything from this interview, place it down in the comments. We're going to end the interview out here. Sujisha, really quickly, let our audience know, where can they find you?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. And it's really my pleasure to be a part of this channel. I have visited your channel too, and it's really awesome. And you inspired me also, actually. What an energy you have, and I am so much inspired, seriously. Such an energetic person you are. Such an energetic person.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Look, I feel like sometimes on my videos, I might be a little too energetic. It's like,
yeah.
a little over the top of that, but no, thank you so much. Man, I'm very honored to sit here and speak with you. Such an awesome person, and you're way on the other side of the world, but you're making impact and you're adding to people. So I think that's awesome. What's the name of your YouTube channel? Just so our audience.
Yes, Sujisha Arun. Sujisha Arun.
Can you spell that for the audience?
Okay, SUJISHAARUN. Sujisha Arun.
Love it. Love it, guys. So listen, you heard it here. Sujisha, write down your goals. She gave you so many gems. Go back through this interview, take notes on the applicable things, and get out and do it. She gave you the perfect platform, LinkedIn. Start networking with other people. Expand your network. That's going to help you to push yourself towards your goals and to just learn from other people and learn their experiences, okay? So I hope that you guys have gotten a lot of value from this interview. I know I did. That might be a little bit selfish, but I know I did get a lot of value from this interview. You guys leave a comment if you have any questions. Be sure to go follow Sujisha over on her channel. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care. Thank you so much, Sujisha.